Hi, welcome to Off the Shelf with Christine and Friends. Summer is coming to an end and autumn is right around the corner, which is the perfect season to curl up with a good book. Why not get a jump start on putting your TBR together with these books that we have our eye on and can't wait to read this upcoming season? While no one can really predict which books are going to be the runaway hits of the season, these books have all been getting quite a bit of buzz pre publication, and we think they're worth a good read. Drop a comment below and let me know which books are you waiting for the release of and can't wait to get your hands on. Hmm? But for now, why don't we get to those books? Let's get started with releases for the month of September. First up, we have Paper Ghosts by Sarah Addison Allen, in which long buried family secrets come to light when a woman reaches out to her granddaughter that she pushed away years earlier. This is equal parts ghost story, romance, and a magical novel set in a small southern town. I did enjoy other ghosts by the same author, so I'm looking forward to reading this one as well. Next up, we have The Witches of Cambridge by Alice Hoffman, in which two brilliant women in 1950s Cambridge, Massachusetts become immersed in a secret society of witches. Now, for those of you who may not know, Practical Magic 2, the sequel to this author's hit movie, Practical Magic, based on her book, is due out in theaters September 11th. So it looks like it's going to be a witchy fall for this author. Next up, we have The Pirate Queen by Ariel Lawhorn. This is a historical adventure inspired by the life of Grace O'Malley, who was an infamous Irish sea captain who risked it all to protect her people from a powerful regime. Can the author repeat her runaway success from the Frozen River? We'll have to wait and find out. Next up, we have Hollywood Ending by John Green. Now, rising stars cast in an Andy Warhol biopic fall in love off screen as their careers begin to blow up. After many successful YA and nonfiction books by this author, this is his first adult fiction book, and it is poised to be one of the breakouts of the season. Following this, we have The French Illusion by John Grisham, which is a thriller about a Paris honeymoon that goes horribly wrong and the nightmare that follows. Next up, we have We Chase Shadows by Richard Osman. At sunrise, high in the Italian hills, a body is found on the steps of a beautiful private villa. On the body is a threatening note signed by a mystery man. Can the team catch an elusive killer who knows exactly where to hide? This is the next book in the We Solve Murder series. He's a great read, nice cozy mysteries, so sure you'll enjoy. Then we have a biography. This is Fictional Selves by Kyle MacLachlan. The beloved actor and star of Twin Peaks, Blue Velvet, Sex and the City, Fallout, and more, shares his original account of his offbeat journey in Hollywood, his battles with fear and fame, and the projects that shaped him and created a cult icon. Now we have American Hagwon by Min Jin Lee. And in this one, a Korean family is upended by a shocking betrayal and a financial crisis, leaving Seoul for Sydney and then eventually Southern California. Now, I'm a big fan of this author's Pachinko, which is another family saga, so can't wait to read this one as well. We then have Taipei Story by R.F. Kuang. When a Chinese American student studying abroad in Taipei loses her grandfather suddenly, she's forced to grapple with mysteries in her family history. Now we have The Thoroughbreds by Ellen Hildebrand and her daughter Shelby Cunningham. This is the follow up to last fall's The Academy, and it explores secrets, academic ambition, and first love in the midst of the college admissions season. Of course, the fall's no better time than to read a campus novel, so looking forward to this as well. Moving right along to the month of October, the first release we want to tell you about is Partita by Barbara Kingslover. Now, in this, a woman is very content with her modest life in her farm country hometown until she gets a call from an old lover. And this is a man who knew her as an extraordinary pianist decades before. Next up, we have Peck and Peck by Bonnie Garmus. And in this one, a young man's life is turned upside down when he's hired by the world's most prestigious and secretive poetry journal, which is helmed by enemy brothers. I'm really eager for this second novel by the Lessons in Chemistry author. Looks like it's going to have the same historic charm, and it's going to be taking place in 1980s New York City. Next up, we have Off the Reservation by Stephen Graham Jones. And this is a follow up and companion novel to The Only Good Indians. And it takes place 5 years after the events of that novel. This is a historical reckoning fiction with a little bit of a touch of supernatural horror. Now we have one of the most anticipated books of the fall season. It is a court of splintered harmony, which is the Court of Thorn and Roses, Book 6 by Sarah J. Maas. Now, whether you are a fantasy fan or not, there is no denying that this is going to be one of the biggest releases this season. And don't forget that Book 7, A Court of Forgotten Melody, releases early next year. If you're not caught up on the series, still have some time to get reading. Following that, we have Other Worlds Than These by Stephen King and Peter Straub. In this one, an older Jack Sawyer must stop a rampaging gang of infected youths and the mysterious Gullet from destroying all worlds. This is the final to the fantasy horror trilogy, The Talisman. Then we have a little bit of romance. We have A Married Little Christmas by Abby Jimenez. And in this one, a romance abounds in a town called Little Christmas as we follow 3 couples through holiday hijinks in a series of 3 sweet novellas. Next up, we have The Witch by Frida McFadden. Moving back to her family's Massachusetts estate, Julia investigates the history of a woman executed for witchcraft in 1692 and uncovers a terrifying family secrets that reveal the past is far from finished. Then we have The Hollow by Michael Connelly. In this one, retired Detective Harry Bosch reopens the dark, unsolved murder of a childhood friend from the abusive facility where he lived after his mother's death. And finally, we have Life Out of Order by Audrey Niffenegger. This is the long-awaited sequel to The Time Traveler's Wife. In it, Alba is an involuntary time traveler, but she's set on living a normal life until she meets Nathan, who is a fellow traveler himself, and he leads her to the Museum of Lost Souls and her mysterious stepsister. Moving right along to November, we have another biography, and it is Take My Word for It by LeVar Burton. Now, the legendary actor behind Roots, Star Trek The Next Generation, and Reading Rainbow shares never before told stories from a life that has shaped generations. Then we have Whale Hunter by Mary Beth Keane. In this sweeping multi-generational saga, we are following 11 Irish brothers as they scatter across the globe until one goes missing, haunting the family for decades. This is inspired by the author's own family history, so that should make for a little bit of an interesting read there. Then we have Tiger's Mouth by Lucy Tan. Now, when 2 ambitious young men meet while interning at a tech company, it sparks not only an intense friendship, but an even more intense competition. And now we have a new series by Nora Roberts. First in the series is Birth of the Witch. On her 13th birthday, Nev learns from her aunts that she is part of a family of witches that are tied to a tragic execution over 300 years ago. Like I said, this is the first in the Coven of 3 series. Should be a perfect fall read. Then we have All In by David Baldacci. In this, federal investigator Travis Devine probes a journalist's shooting and intelligence analyst's abduction. He uncovers a global conspiracy involving a powerful dynasty and Russian monsters. This is number 4 in the series. David Baldacci always writes amazing investigative thrillers. Can't wait to read it. Now we're going to have another entry into the Seven Sisters series. This one is Orlando, and it is by Harry Whitaker. And it follows antiquarian bookseller Orlando Forbes as he investigates a hidden cache of old manuscripts, mirroring his own personal history and revealing past betrayals. It also gives us a look into the lives of the Seven Sisters following the events of Atlas, the story of Pa Salt. There you have it. These are our picks for the most anticipated books coming out this fall, the ones we can't wait to read, and we hope that you will enjoy as well. Hopefully, you found a few to add to your TBR. Let us know in the comments what you think of these picks and if there are any titles that you would add. And don't forget, if you wish to be notified of new videos and book recommendations, be sure to like and subscribe below. But until next time, happy reading.